Hey guys, welcome to BitBoy Crypto. I am your host, BitBoy. Today we are going to be talking about Haven Protocol. It's been in the news a little bit lately just due to the fact that it's had a huge pump. It's very big in the mining community, and we're going to look at what it is and why it could potentially be a good investment. But before we do that, make sure you are a subscriber to our channel. Hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. That's how you get in the Bit Squad. As a member of the Bit Squad, you have the opportunity to win $500 in Ethereum and merch for October and November. Make sure to comment and like on this video and all of our other videos during the next 2 months to get your maximum number of entries. Okay, guys, so let's talk Haven Protocol. First of all, I would like to point out that this is not the same as Haven. They're two totally different projects. You may have heard of Haven before. It is basically a stable coin, and that is spelled H-A-V-V-E-N. Haven Protocol, the ticker symbol is XHV, and it is called Haven Protocol. So this coin first made the news back in April. There was a huge scandal involving this coin that had absolutely nothing to do with the coin itself, but there was a story that broke, as you guys can see here, alleged crypto pump and dump group exposed by an apparent insider. So there was a group of influencers on Twitter, and they had basically moved over to Telegram. They had a group, and what they were doing was trying to orchestrate a pump and dump with Haven. Interestingly enough, within all of the screenshots that was posted by someone who was invited into the group and then didn't like what he saw, he actually said, or some of those people actually said that they could tell that this was a really solid project with strong fundamentals. Now let's pump it. Now, if you go back and look at this story and see all of the screenshots, I would like to say that not everyone that was involved in the conversation is guilty of the supposed pump and dump. Some people were just trying to make conversation and things like that, if you look a little deeper into the story. But it was big news because this was one of the first real examples that we had that crypto influencers during the bull run. Now, of course, this would have been later on as the bull run was totally over, but people were still grasping for straws. This is one of the first examples that we saw of absolute shilling and manipulation of the general public. So it was a really sad story, and it brought up Haven Protocol. However, there was really nothing that ever came of the pump and dump, and Haven Protocol kind of sunk back into the shadows. It was ranked pretty low on CoinMarketCap at that time, and it still is relatively low, coming in around 284 right now. However, that was a huge story that did involve it. So if you're doing research, because of course I am not a financial advisor and I want you guys to always do your own research, then it's important for you to understand that when you're searching, this is going to come up, but this is not a reflection on the project itself. So here we go over to CoinMarketCap, and we look, it is currently coming in at number 284, a respectable number, I would say. Anything sub 300, I think, is a respectable number on CoinMarketCap. Of course, there are some low cap gems that you can find buried beneath that. Haven Protocol was actually one of my top 7 low cap gems in a video that I did back, I can't remember exactly when it was, maybe May or June. So, you know, I've actually known about this one for a while, and I really like it for the reason that it's a privacy coin, right? But it's kind of also has like a stable coin element to it, which we'll look at in just a minute. So if I were to sum up Haven Protocol, I think the way that I would sum it up is to say it's the closest thing to like a Swiss bank in crypto, right? A Swiss bank account, you know, if you can get your money there, it's going to be safe. And Haven Protocol is something very similar. It's like lockdown tight security. Nobody can get into it. Nobody can figure out how much crypto you have in this project. And actually, no one knows how many Haven Protocol coins there are out there, and that's part of the plan. So as you can see here, they have a circulating supply number, but they don't have a total supply number, and that's very important. So it is a coin. So Haven Protocol is mineable, and it's been pretty big in the mining community as of late, especially now due to the big gains that it has got over the last week. But interestingly enough, on CoinMarketCap.com, they usually put a little tag down here next to where it says coin that would say mineable, but they don't have that. So very, very, very interesting. I don't know why they don't have that. So here I've got the 7-day chart, and you can look back on the 17th and see that's the day it really started rising. So around then it was around $1.11, and at the peak it got up to $2.66. So an absolute huge pump. Right now it's sitting at $2.50. So it's more than doubled over the last week, which, you know, we haven't really seen coins do that recently. So if I go to their Twitter, and I've been trying to research what made this pump happen, and you can't really find it, in my opinion, from doing my research. I haven't been able to find something that has led me to say, okay, that is definitely the thing that has made it pump. And that's made me a little bit concerned. But the movement we've seen with Haven Protocol, it doesn't really align with a pump and dump. A pump and dump is usually one giant green candle within one day, and then it plateaus and then it drops back down. We've actually, if you go back and look at the chart, here you've seen it had a little rise and then it plateaued, dipped it a little bit, then another rise. Now it's plateaued again, which is more normal for a coin getting gains. But the only thing I can figure is this t-shirt right here, October 16th. People must have really, really loved this t-shirt because this was the last post that was done before the coin started pumping. So that's obviously a joke, but I did think that was funny that they came out with this shirt, the shirt choice. Obviously A1, everybody liked A better. As you can see here, 81%, and then the coin just went out of control. All they needed was a little marketing for people wearing their t-shirts around, I guess. Not really sure. But I couldn't really get that much information from their Twitter page. So let's go and let's look at Haven Protocol and see actually what it is. So untraceable payments meets offshore banking. So it says Haven is an untraceable cryptocurrency with a mix of standard market pricing and stable fiat value storage. That's kind of like almost the stable coin aspect to it. This is achieved with an unsustainable peg or asset backing. It achieves this with a dual coin blockchain. Users can mint and burn Haven for the equivalent US dollar value worth of Haven dollars. So coin burning is something that is pretty common with Haven here. So it says Haven Protocol's cryptographically unknown supply, and this is the key to the whole project, is used to facilitate the fluctuations in the total supply when users burn Haven to create the stable value Haven dollars, while allowing Haven to be exposed to the natural price movements of the market. So as you guys can see here, there's burning that is kind of affecting the total supply. Now, one way or one thing, as I mentioned before, about this project is it doesn't have a total supply. Well, of course, obviously, it does have a total supply. Every project has a total supply. It may not have a max supply, but they keep it hidden intentionally. This is another layer they've added onto the project to make sure that no one knows how much is out there, and it just adds that hidden element to it. It also has offshore banking. So offshore storage is Haven Protocol's core concept that powers the minting and burning of Haven for Haven dollars and vice versa, sending Haven to offshore storage. Burning mints the equivalent US dollar worth of the burnt Haven in Haven dollars. So you have the Haven token or the Haven coin, and then you also have the Haven dollars, which kind of act as the stable coin, if you will, of this project. It's kind of like just a lot of going back and forth and confusion, which is kind of what they want because that makes it harder for people to figure out, or really it makes it impossible for people to figure out this privacy coin. So here's where the hidden, decentralized, untraceable aspect comes in. Haven uses ring signatures similar to Monero. Monero uses ring signatures also. Ring confidential transactions and stealth addresses, meaning payments cannot be tracked or linked back to any user. Wallet addresses and transaction amounts are completely obfuscated of the Haven blockchain, making all activity invisible. And I think that's really one of the keys to this is it's really like completely invisible transactions. You can't see them. And I've said many times, a lot of people say, oh, listen, BitBoy, what do you think about privacy coins? Don't you think that they're going to go the way of the dinosaur because, ooh, government regulation? Well, let me tell you guys, the people using the privacy coins, that's what they're trying to avoid is the government regulation. So I'm sure they can figure out ways. Well, of course, not all people who want to use privacy coins. But what I mean is if privacy coins get banned in every country and they say you are not allowed to have these privacy coins, then your average user of those privacy coins that just uses them not necessarily to protect their transactions, but like they just like Monero or whatever it might be, those people in the future will stop using it. And then the people that will continue using the privacy coins are the people that are going to want to be doing nefarious things with those transactions. And I don't know if you guys have know this or not, but the world is not getting any nicer. You know, some people would have you believe that, but there are bad people out there that want to do bad things all the time. So I believe it is one area of crypto that it's going to outlast almost any of the other ones if we start seeing some areas of crypto fall, because there is always going to be that need for people to move money and do transactions that want to keep it hidden. So that is Haven Protocol in a nutshell. That was looking at it without a very technical perspective, just giving you guys the general idea of what Haven Protocol is. And once again, I can't figure out why it pumped. Maybe somebody smarter than me can drop me a comment below and tell me why they think the project pumped. It is going to be listed on IDAX on the 28th, but the pump happened on the 17th, so I really can't see. I don't think there would have been, even if it was insider trading, enough insider trading to prop that up based on that announcement. But hey, who knows? I get they like to keep stuff secretive, so... But anyways, guys, that's all I got. And also, if you haven't checked out my Ravencoin review, which is another project that's going out of control, I've done that review also. That is going to be on our coin and token review playlist, so you can check that out. Until next time, BitBoy out.